Thank you, Mom. So I'm going to talk about art and music education. Imagine a world without pictures, color, without the ability to know a melody or a tune. How would you show your creative side? Would you be okay with just literature and writing? Imagine primary school without art and music education. Would you be okay with your child or your grandchild experiencing an educational system in that way? In 2014, U.S. Newsweek had an article, Art Extracurriculars Are Central to Learning by Stacey Boyd, which she said that almost over 80% of U.S. school districts' funds have been cut since 2008. They also say that the first programs to go are art, music, and foreign language. Working as a preschool teacher, I've learned the importance of integrating art and music into the curriculum. This way, I've seen the creative side of the children come out in a way that different subjects are not able to teach. Art and music education help to expand the ability of students to show their creative side and their imagination. I'll discuss the importance of art and music education in primary schools and the curricular impact it has on students, academically, socially, and spiritually, as God intended the arts to do. Let's take a look at how art and music education impact primary schools. Academically, art and music serve as a positive aspect for students, especially those more interested and who do better in art than in the core subjects. In 2008, Ryan Fisher wrote an article called Debating Assessment in Music Education. He talks about the monumental success for the arts education program when No Child Left Behind officially recognized arts as an equal importance to math, science, and other core disciplines. But these programs are also hesitant to have national standards because they feel that it's going to take away from their program and it's not the same, so it cannot be objectively measured. 2014, Ardash Alfon's article, Why Education Matters, talks about that at-risk youth are 5 times more likely to drop out in high school without art education. Marianella Rousseau and Theodora Chadorneau wrote Characteristics and Principles of Art Education in 2015. They note that spatial kinesthetic, linguistic, mathematic, logic, and musical process are all interrelated so closely no one can develop adequately without definitively experiencing all 5. While separate cognitive functions of the brain are performed in different parts, these creative skills are important to the whole core of human intellectual development. This brings me to my second point. Art and music education provide a way for primary school students to increase socialization through their self and culture. Jeremy Kimpton wrote Public Education in the Arts, Linked by Necessity in 1984. The quality of human life as we know it may be harder to maintain as technology becomes more important and reduces our human contact. In the preschool class experience, I have seen this during circle time with different teachers using only videos, as well as the students' expectations of technology to be the only way. The parents talk about at home, their children go straight home and just sees iPad or TV until bed, sometimes no break for a dinner. I've also seen the attachment to technology that takes away from art and music when we have learning centers and the children are so focused on the computer, they're not able to engage in other academics. Rousseau and Chadorneau in 2015 article talk about the importance of students needing the facilitation of the teacher to aid the involvement of a sense of self. Arts provide a natural vehicle through which they can discover and interpret the world around them. This brings me to my third and final point. God intended for us, humans of His creation, to connect with art spiritually. Without the availability of art and music education in the primary schools, how are these students supposed to learn about this? Kimpton's article in 1984 states, it would take but one generation of our children deprived of systematic arts education in the public schools to create a population less sensitive to the arts. Rousseau and Chadorneau say art can be a mean of self-expression and communication with others, but can at the same time be a personal interaction and intimacy between the self and the artistic world. This helps these children develop a sense of spirituality in themselves. This brings me to my conclusion. It's a disservice to our future generations to take art and music education out of the public school systems, especially in the primary school years. Understandably, there are budget cuts and need for more academic tutoring, technology implementation, but none of these can provide the same learning experience that art and music education can. Primary level students need this to help explore their minds and understand culture, to take a break from standardized materials and other reasons. God intended for us to appreciate everything He has created through art, and we need to help these children do this. If you've had the opportunity to learn through art and music in your public school systems, why don't future generations deserve the same? Art and music education may be more expensive, but it's well worth the expenses for the experience. Thank you.